All right, it's been a little bit over 2 years since I've had a 12-volt battery put in my car. So I use it heavy, and it's time to replace it even before I got the warning for 12 volt, which you will usually get. So what I generally do also I found is to replace the HEPA filter along with it, because you got to get into here, way down in here. You got to take all this crap out. And if you can't get into your frunk, in case you have lost everything, there is a little covered thing right here where if you pull this back, it will expose 2 cables. One says 1 and one says a 2 on it. They're back in here somewhere. You pull 1, you pull 2, here's 2, and then you can open it without having to worry about having electricity to do that for you. Yeah, it's clean now, so pull the cover off on this, which I already did. And then you basically lift up on all these covers here, and that gives you access to this, which you pull up. It's just the weather stripping. Goes back the same way. You pull the carpet out, then you pull bolts out to pull this whole tub out. And just FYI, so I can document this, Tesla did not plug these lights back in, these LEDs. They weren't even attached. There's lights up here, which I already pulled out of the carpet. And look, they didn't put any of the bolts back in, which makes our job a lot easier. They only put 1 in and all the rest there. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, that's Tesla service. They did some work on my air conditioner most recently. Here are the lights I was talking about. They just weren't plugged in. The 1 bolt is just finger tight. That's it. Oh my gosh. So this whole tub just comes out. When you lift it out, you notice a few things. Number 1 is this is your cover for your radiator, which is super dirty. Join us at TeslaHighMileageClub.com to learn more. Check the pin post at TeslaHighMileageClub.com. Tell you how to clean that out. You want to clean that out once a year. I do, because otherwise your air conditioning gets messed up. And this is not like a regular car. Your air conditioner has to work because all Tesla cares about is cooling the battery. This should be changed out at the same time. By the time your 12 volt goes, if you're a heavy user like me, every 2 years, maybe somebody else who's not, maybe every 3 years, just to avoid breakdowns, pull this out, get a new one from Tesla. They're expensive, I know, but this is the time to do it because you're already in there, and then change out the 12 volt. Here's the 12 volt right here. There's my brand new air conditioner compressor, which you're going to be replacing all the time unless you're cleaning this thing once a year. It's really hard to get to. Air flows from the front down there at the flap, comes in through here. Really hard to get to. Clean it. Change this. This is basically the whole maintenance you have to do, is clean your radiator and change out your 12 volts so you don't become stranded. Now, yes, you can disconnect this, which I highly recommend you do. I may not do that, but I'm going to disconnect the negative first, then the positive, but negative first. Negative, give it like 2 minutes to drain everything out of the system, all the flowing electrons that are still there. Then I'll start pulling the whole case out and changing the battery out. If you want to know why I said to clean that filter, look, that's a new filter from Tesla. Get the one from Tesla, by the way. That's the one that's 2 years old right here. Here is my new battery. Oh. From Tesla also. Info. Now I got this from Tesla, but look, the data manufacturer, oh man. I wish it was newer than that. Come on. Right now it's October of 2024, so this is almost a year old. That is not good, but like I said, change it every 2 years. You'll be okay. You'll notice on this, there's a drain port on the side. It's important you're gonna connect a drain tube to that. Good old 10 millimeters, what you want to loosen this negative. There we go. Okay, that's super loose. I'll just carefully, without touching the positive, pull this sucker off. Oh, we got it off. Push it to the side. Here is this tube I was telling you about. Let's just take that off now while we're thinking of it. Just there we go. See? It popped right out. Hopefully I didn't lose anything in that process. No. But push this aside too. This cover breaks free and you can expose this 10 millimeter. Loosen this sucker, take that off. Easy enough. Don't take it all the way off. You wanna, and then wiggle it free. Sorry, I moved the camera. I'm just doing this one-handed. Off to the side. And don't lose this piece. Just for reference, my battery I'm changing out is 3 years old. So actually it's good. And I'm guessing this one was almost a year old when I installed it. I guess they don't sell too many Model X batteries. It's not a big high seller for Tesla. This thing actually goes right onto the that bolt, nut, whatever it is. And these two bolts are 13 millimeters. I'm going to loosen them, pull them off after lifting this up. Just for reference, that's where all that stuff is located. Got one of them out. These can be a bear to get out. Just get them out. This one doesn't like to turn, so before I forget, please put some oil or something like that on these threads before you stick it back in to make them turn nice and smooth and easy. All right, just got the second one. This one's going to need some oil on it for sure. This was a tough one. Another reason why you want to do this every 2 years is because Tesla service centers, like right now, are running a month out. You don't have to wait a month for a battery, okay? I know sometimes they will expedite it, sometimes, but not always. And you don't want that problem. Now this whole case starts to tilt forward when you get those two out. This is a 10 millimeter bolt, which I'm going to take off. If you know how to take the whole case out and you think it's easier, educate me, comment here on the video, and it'll help everybody in the Tesla High Mileage Club too. But I'm just going to take this off, tilt it forward, and pull the battery out of there. Okay, finally got that thing off of there. That was also a bear. In case you doubt me, it does come out like that. The other one does slide in. It's tight. Be careful. Take your time. So before I connect any of these or take these off, I'm going to bolt everything down. And like I said, I'm going to put in some oil to keep those things from sticking. Just to show you that I wasn't making this up, interior cabin air filter. You may not have this depending upon, only some Model Ys and X's have this, I believe. Maybe the new Model 3s too, I don't know, the HEPA filter. Wiper blades, just do it all at once. Every 2 years, that's really the only maintenance you need to do outside of tires unless you're a super aggressive driver, I'd say. And also that annual cleaning of your radiator / condenser. Go to TeslaHighMileageClub.com, check the featured posts. It may not be at the very top of the group, but it's in there in the featured posts, the whole information about it. I'm just going to put a little oil in the threads. You got a better technique or different technique, please tell me in the comments below, because I would love to learn it. I can feel it's going in easier. At least a little bit. Here's the oil I'm using. It's just what I happen to have on hand. And for these, I'm just going to put it on the threads like this so that it keeps them lubed before I put those in, right, which is right now. Also make sure before you put these 13 millimeters back in that you line this hole up. You see that? That hole, you just need to shift the whole thing over, Just shift it with your hand to make sure that it lines up. Be extremely careful with this. I touched this and there was a little spark. I hope it didn't screw anything up. But don't forget this either. This has to go in to the hole right there. There it is. Now connect positive first. Not too tight. Then negative. Watch out for sparks when connecting this. A few sparks. I hope that means everything's still good. I hear some noises, so hopefully that's a good sign. Oh, don't forget about this up here. Not critical, but it's got to go down. It should go down on that. And of course, tighten this. Stuff's coming on. All right. You might have to lightly tap on this. Be super careful tapping it down. Super careful if you have to do that. Tighten it by hand first, then with the 10 millimeter. And of course, don't forget about this cover. Definitely want to protect this positive terminal. All right, that looks pretty good. Install your clean HEPA filter without leaves. The other one just gets thrown away, I guess, unless you all know of some cool place to recycle them or something. If you do, let me know in the comments. Yeah, new battery, new HEPA, gonna do a new cabin, and also new wiper blades all at the same time every 2 years. I'm also noticing, look, there's a bolt missing there. That's supposed to be Right there, you see that? It's supposed to be there, missing. I'm sure it wasn't Tesla service. How could they make that many mistakes? Oh, we know. Oh, not so good. I wish it was better. I also noticed they're missing the covers on these. Oh my gosh, guys, girls, whoever's doing the service. Is that acceptable? But it is actually nice that Model X has it like this, because Model Y is kind of up. Like, so this is not vertical, but horizontal. And that tends to let rainwater come in sometimes on Model Y, if you're wondering about that. I don't know about the new Model 3 Highland. Old Model 3 didn't have this, so I don't know. And Model S, I don't know. But Model X, this is a good design actually for the air intake. Kind of travels up underneath and through here without any water making it through. I'm also going to hook up these lights that Tesla failed to hook up by connecting these wires. It should be in all the way. Is it? It's on. There you go. That's how you tell. If that one's on, that one's not. And look, they broke that other connector. It doesn't snap on like it's supposed to and click when it's in place. Hopefully this one will. Actually, my bad. I forgot to put the tub in. The tub. Yeah, that thing. That goes in before anything else goes in. Careful of those wires. Just to keep them up like that so that it drops in place in the right spot. And actually make sure your air filter's lined up, because this is actually, this one right here is something that's on your HEPA air filter. Then just put these in. Yeah, it's something you have to do, even though Tesla service centers apparently don't think they need to do that. You should definitely do all of them and tighten them down too, not just with your finger. Not just with your finger. These things are everywhere. 10 millimeters. So if you hear a mystery rolling around marble sound in your frunk, you can't figure out what it is, you got to pull everything out, you got to pull your carpet out, everything, and then if you see that pile, then you know that they just didn't do their job. And I still got these 3 more to tighten. Oh, and by the way, if you want to learn about getting roaches out of your Tesla, Denise is actually trying to de-roach the vehicle right now. We're going to have to bomb it again. Be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this. All right, when you install this, just make sure you have the flapper thicker end inside, and the thin one kind of goes outside, because this is supposed to go over the seam right there. And then this piece goes on, and then you're pretty much done. Remember, don't forget about your wiper blades and interior air filter. Get them all done at the same time. All this stuff needs to be done right around the same time. And join us at TeslaHighMileageClub.com. I have a video on this for Model X, but just make sure you pull these clips first, not the one on the side, okay? Because otherwise it'll snap and break this part off. You gotta get, there's tons of clips over here, see? And then the air filters down there. So. To finish getting this out, you're gonna need a T20. There are 6 of these to get off. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's 2 more. 1, 2 in here, and then you also got to make sure to take this panel off. I think. I don't think the glove box will come off without that, but I need 2 hands for that. The glove box has to come out. That's where the filter is behind that. Yeah, I gotta take that out. There's some clips behind here, and then this comes out. There we go. Oh, come on out, come on out. 3 wiring connections right here. Don't break the wires. Disconnect all 3. Or you can just prop it up and not disconnect. And by the way, this blower motor goes out. I've replaced it a couple times already. I have videos on that. And back in here is where there's a door to open up to get the filter out. You'll see over in the corner, you have these. You squeeze them together and then pull it out, see? And there you go. Filter's back in here. My advice is to change this and the HEPA filter if you have one at the same time you change the 12-volt battery. Just do it all at the same time and do wiper blades all at the same time. That was a little tricky to come out. I just pushed up from the bottom. Here's the old dirty one, and it's charcoal, carbon, something like that, so it doesn't look too dirty. Here's the new one, part number and everything for you from Tesla. The difference isn't too dramatic, but yeah, there's definitely some dirt in there. Look at that dirt. See that dirt? I see that dirt. Brown. No brown. That's good. Clean one goes back in.
this hook goes in there, and then back here. That's it, everything goes backwards in. Oh, and there's my full self-driving computer up here, if you happen to have that. That's where it is, in Model X and S. Here's how to change your wiper blades on Tesla Model X. Source them from Tesla. Notice that they're kind of aerodynamic in one direction only will they go on. And also they have wiper fluid lines throughout them. You got to get them from Tesla. And the other thing is put it in wiper service mode first before you start working on this stuff. Go to service, go to wiper service mode. All right, now we can do it. But these are from Tesla. I'll show what they look like. See, it's got a connection in here, I believe, for we'll see when we connect it. I think it's supposed to have it. I can't see from here, but let's go connect it and find out. Disconnect and then we'll connect. Interesting, it says it's made by Bosch. This is my original windshield too. Almost 300,000 miles in the car. All right, see that tab? There's a tab here. And on both sides, you squeeze it on both sides and it should release out that way. Yes, it releases, it drops down. Whoa, oh my gosh, that's gone. And you have to disconnect this, okay? The washer fluid hose from this one and put it on the other one. A little bit of a challenge. Got a little bit of fluid off of there. You can see here's what the hose looks like, and then reattach the hose to the new one and put it in the reverse order, reassemble reverse order. Turns out they give me the wrong ones. Look, the one on the right has the hose. This has no hose. I don't know why, but I'm going to have to go back to Tesla. And these are falling apart. Look at these old ones. Again, do this when you do your air filters. Do this when you do your 12-volt battery, all at the same time every 2 years. Here's a large one. Hopefully this one's okay. This one does not say Bosch on it, and it does have a wiper connection for the fluid, so it should work. And it's the right length. I don't know why its extension was in there, but I took it out. That's it. Just make sure you get the right wipers. And there's the mileage. Join us at TeslaHighMileageClub.com to learn more. TeslaHighMileageClub.com.